What's going on, Sith friends? Darth Kimchi here. So I wanted to do a little show on my progression into Kyber. I wanted to talk about some of the levels like Chromium, Aurodium, the kind of teams you need. Zareth Prevails put out a video about building 18 teams. That guy is amazing. He's got a huge following. But I just want to give my take of what I think is helpful for me. So I got some great advice from people on my Discord. RG Destroyer was telling me to do kind of like my journey of my roster, what my plans are for the next year. Pancake gave me some great ideas. Some great people give me great advice. Beskar, Wool, Wage, about just other shows that I could do. And then Nemesis was telling me I should react to Zareth's video just because I'm trying to help out people as well. So let's do that. So I'm in my Discord, and I wanted to show this. I put this in my Kimchi announcement just because I'm trying to help people out. So I'll go over basically the wall. So he had an amazing roster. He had 2 Galactic Legends. I only have 1. I thought for sure he was going to put them both on defense, and he did. He put Rey up top. He put SLK on the bottom. I could not touch those. I put my Jedi Master Kenobi on the bottom with my JKR. He didn't even attempt it. So I was busy. He had a great roster. I was trying to break it down to make sure I stacked a really heavy defense. I just got busy at work and I could not set my defense. I only put 2 teams on top, 2 teams in the bottom. So this is the conversation that I had with the guy. So I always message my opponents. We had some good banter. So above this, the last thing he said was just, "Hey man, you won. I can't take out your CLS." And I was like, "No way, bro. You're playing with me." I asked him, "What did you use on my gas and CLS?" I always get a lot of tips from my opponents and I make my teams better just because of what they say. I put, they are my 2 best modded, solidified teams. That's all I always talk about. Solidify your teams. So he said he put gas versus gas. My mods were better. My relics were better. He used Darth Revan versus gas. Same thing. And then he finished him off with Qui-Gon. He said that was a misplay. I should have saved Qui-Gon for CLS. But then again, how would he have taken out gas? It is a chess match when you get to the higher levels. He put Padme was in an opening team for CLS, but they are way too fast. It's not that they're fast. I only have CLS at like 302. The rest are below 300. It's because of all the resisting turns into turn meter. There's just so much turn meter built in through their kit. All right, so let's go to up top here, kind of show. So it took him, basically he had a lot left for offense. You saw in the comment. So 5 battles he could not get through CLS. If he could get through CLS, he would have won. So I won off of efficiency banners, 261 to 178. And I did not even use, 18 teams. This is Aurodium 1. So down below, GLs are used to block. So you don't have to build all these crazy teams for offense. Even if you build Gear 8 teams, except for Bad Batch. I learned that from my buddy Wage. We had a great conversation going on. You're not taking out what people have on the front walls on Aurodium 1 with garbage. So you don't need all those teams. Yes, defense, yes, but you're not going to use that many teams on offense. So I won by just taking out 4 teams, and I have 4 great efficiency squads, which I'm going to go over with. All right, so let's go to my roster. All right, so I guess first, let's go talk about the levels real quick. All right, come on, let's go to the levels. All right, let's go to Grand Arena, talk about the levels. All right, so I'm in Kyber 4. I won the first round. So in Carbonite and Bronzium, those are the fun levels. You guys let me know in the comment section. You guys are full clearing. You're having a lot of fun. Nobody really has a GL yet. And then you get to Chromium. I believe, I've seen people in Chromium 5, 4, 3. They have a Galactic Legend. I've got a great buddy. I don't want to give his name because I want to give his tips out, but he knows who he is. He blocks with his Galactic Legend. He doesn't even set fleet. So you don't need, these 18 teams. So, of course, I've run across an opponent who did that. He put his Galactic Legend on the bottom wall, and then he put a great team on top, and that's it. He only set 2 teams, and he almost won. If I didn't take out what I took out, like I said, I only took out basically 1 team because I couldn't take out his Galactic Legend, and then all the banners were given to me because he didn't set defense, but he almost won. So it's just so crazy how everyone's shard is so different. You know, I'm in Kyber 4 with the great buddy Janice Jimenez. You know, our rosters are totally different. The defense that he sees is totally different from my defense. Everyone's little shard within their shard is just so different. So like I said, Chromium and Aurodium, they're going to be blocked by GLs. You guys let me know in the comment section if you've come across GLs and you've been blocked. I have been facing a lot more teams where they're putting their Galactic Legend. They have 2 and I have 1. I'm behind on Galactic Legends. There's a long story behind it, but I've done well because of my core. So I'm only using like 4 teams on offense. So I don't need these other squads. So let's go to my roster. I'll talk about what's helped me. All right. Won the last round just because my core was better. But we'll take a look at some of my squads. All right. Yes, my Geos are there. It's going to take a look. I don't know why I have my Geos. All right, so let's go to my squads. So we'll talk about defense. Now, I always tell everyone to work on their core, like, you know, solidify it. When you get to high chrome, like Aurodium, you've got to have 6-dotted mods. You've got to have relic levels correct. Like, I've seen a lot of gas mirrors fail to my gas squad. I've checked, you know, SWGOH.gg. Because, you know, my gas is very strong. You know, my Echo and Arc are R7, R6. They do massive amounts of damage. I've got a second meat wall in 5s. There are people who still have, like, you know, Relic 5. You know, they don't have 6-dotted mods. So that's not going to work in, like, high chromium and Aurodium. You have to solidify your core. Because if you don't, yes, you'll have to build these 18 teams. And you could lose because you're blocked on defense by GLs. So I always recommend solidified core. So of course, there's my Galactic Legend, JMK. So this is all chess match in high chromium. So JMK. So I put this in order of how my walls are. So these first 4 are going on top, next 4 on the bottom. So I've got JMK. Because, of course, it's definitely going to pull a Galactic Legend. It's going to pull something really good. And then, of course, my Big Bang team is to pull that second great team. There are a lot of people. You guys comment below. I have seen people in Kyber, High Aurodium who don't even have, you know, tunes that are faster than 300. You know, they have maybe 4, 5. This guy that I'm facing this round only has his Galactic Legends at 300 speed. That's just so insane. So my next squad, so that's 1. This is 2. This is 3. If you don't have Night Sisters, I'm going to put Wat Tambor with my droids. And then if you do, I'm going to save Wat Tambor for Vader to duo your Night Sisters. GG and the droids. So this is why I love my Discord. I've been having some great banter in a DM with Wage about low star Bad Batch taking out General Grievous. I immediately made a team of them, put mods on them. I am going to work on that squad. I love to hear cheeky, sneaky gack teams. You know, if anyone has any good teams, you know, get in my Discord, you DM me. We're all trying to help each other grow in the game. So that's a chess piece there, General Grievous. Now, a lot of people are saying, you know, General Grievous takes out Sith Eternal. Yeah, that's awesome. But I got to have him on defense. I don't have enough teams at 4.3 million galactic power. I want to have strong defensive teams. All right, then the bugs. So my Brute Alpha is 300 speed. So it's not, you know, like 230. When you get to high chrome and Aurodium, if you don't have a very fast Brute Alpha with a lot of tenacity, it's easily taken out. There are still some people who do not have Traya and Scion worked on. I barely see Traya and Scion set up for bugs. All right, so these are all chess matches still. So that's the top. That's the 14, the bugs. And then down below, you need 4. So I've got 1. Speed is king. I'm not going to talk about the team because it's a chess piece. Speed is king. My hold the line. You see my CLS squad is amazing because Han, the Chewies are all R6, CLS is R7. I just did that for Kyber. You know, they are 6-dotted mods. You know, they have super high tenacity. I have lowered the potency on C-3PO on purpose as low as I can get it so he gets resisted and then it turns into turn meter. On offense, I had him over 120% potency. All right, so now I want to talk about B teams. So you don't need C teams, you don't need D teams, that junk, whatever, make it. Phoenix, whatever you want to build that you have in your roster. Don't be gearing them up, you know, trying to relic them. Just set a super heavy defense. So this is my Django team. So what's helpful for me is to have several really fast, speedy tunes. My objective is to always make sure my defense goes before you do. So, of course, going back to the top, you know, I've got super fast CLS squad because of turn meter. You know, I've got a 357 speed JKR with the kit built in. You know, Grandmaster Yoda over 320. You know, Hermit Yoda at like 330, 340. That's a fast team. 300 speed Brood. You know, I've got my B1 up to 290 speed just because the Bad Batch and things I've been hearing. I'm trying to get them to like 320, 330. You know, I've got a 320 Rex and, of course, JMK. So now what's your B team? To me, your B teams is what usually wins it. Because, like I said, it's a chess match. When you get to high chromium, high Aurodium, you got to build all these teams. It's a chess match. So this is a 320 speed Newt Gunray. When Newt Gunray goes first and puts out Extortion, he gives everyone 15% speed. So you could give the fastest speed mods to Count Dooku and make him go first because he's just going to do Makashi and give everyone turn meter. But I like Count Dooku, or I like Django, or not, I like Newt Gunray to go first. This is a deadly little team. I have moved Enfys Nest to defense because there's no more solos. Nobody's putting hot trash on defense on the front wall in Kyber anymore. It is definitely a chess match, and so far my defense is hell. I'm excited to test it out. So Newt Gunray gets stealth. You know, we all know Count Dooku. Django is nasty. My Django's doing like 14,000 damage because he gets 50% offense. He gets damage immunity. Enfys Nest is great because I have the Zeta. She can go around taunts. You know, Count Dooku stealths everyone. You're forced to go after Enfys Nest. So it's a great little squad. It definitely gets a lot of holds, and it's going to go first at 320 speed Newt. Next, this is my scrap team. So I don't have Bam worked on yet because Bam to me is hot trash, except for Executor with his ship. You know, I have nightmares of Bam because I spent a lot of money on him. But anyways, I like Lando lead because it's all about speed for defense. I love this little scrap team. It works so beautifully on defense. So beautifully on defense. So Lando gives the scoundrels speed, 15 speed, and critical damage. You know, Boba Fett and Cad Bane do a lot of damage. And then Queel, I have spoken, basically gives everyone 25% turn meter, basically guarantees everyone's almost going to go first. Basically, this whole squad's going to go first before you do. Because the team that you're going to use against is to try to take it out. It's not going to be an A team. It may cause your opponent to pull an A team. So this is a 321 speed Queel. So I'm always trying to make sure that my teams go first. And then, of course, IG-11 Stealth. It's a pretty nasty little squad. And then, of course, you've got Care Bears. Now, I'm still working on this squad. I'm trying to get Poplu to go faster. I've even thought about using it on offense because Poplu does not call to assist to get the turn meter train started. He taunts. Chief Trooper Omicron is pretty good. Everyone has Ewoks. They should because of Chewbacca. Because of C-3PO. And then these are the garbage teams that I've built just to fill the back wall. Now, I didn't, work on their gear anymore. I didn't do any more relics. If you get to the back wall in high Aurodium, like Aurodium 1 or Kyber, you've probably lost that battle. So it doesn't matter what's on your back wall because they've more than likely blocked Everyone that I see blocks. I only have one Galactic Legend. Now, of course, if you have more Galactic Legends, it's probably different for you. And then poor man's Jedi. None of these teams are going to do anything. They're just basically to fill the walls in the back. And then like Kyber's, I built that just for Kyber. Like I said, I don't care about these teams. I'm not going out of my way to try to mod them, really well. I'm not taking mods off of better tunes. I'm not stressing myself by using materials to gear them anymore. It's just to fill slots. To me, I highly believe that your core is king. A lot of people that have Galactic Legends in Chromium, all through Chromium, their core is not good at all. You'll finally get good opponents in Chromium 1, where they do have a Galactic Legend, sometimes even 2, and they have some kind of core built up. So you will also get to a point where your offense will be your defense. I'm telling you, because of the thing with Galactic Legends and how they nerfed Vader and gas and all that, all your good stuff is probably going to go on defense. There's a lot of people that do that. All right, now let's kind of show some of the efficiency squads and what I win with, what I highly recommend as well. So Annie Go Boom. I'm about to get Cam from this guild event that we have going on, so that'll be helpful. I used this squad against this last round against CLS. They immediately went after Qui-Gon Jinn with Han shoots first and took him out right away. So I think, okay, cool. I was hoping they wouldn't go after Jedi Anakin to stun him or something like that. So I used his AoE, and because of Chewbacca with guard, they did not all drop, and it was shocking to me because they do Annie Go Boom does a lot of damage, and now that I know that, I've got to work on this team. I can't wait to get Cam. That should handle that problem. I like Shock T just because I don't want anything funky going on. My Shock T is like 300 and with Qui-Gon Jinn's lead boost, she's at like 350. For offense, I sped her up just because I went against a 348 speed dash Rendar. Yes. So I fixed that. So Shock T will stealth Anakin just to make sure nothing goes on. They target Qui-Gon Jinn and it's over. A 3-man team. Next, I've got my V1 squad. So you guys know I love my Darth Vader squad. To me, if you do not have Darth Revan, Bastila Shan Fallen belongs with Darth Vader. Her Sith Apprentice gives Vader, all I care about is the 50% potency that she gives him. So my Vader has like 170% potency. He is definitely landing debuffs. Vader's great. He just has to be modded well, and it's got to have a good squad. At 252 speed, it's perfect for what he needs. And then I've got 120% potency. He's doing almost 8,700 damage. So my Vader squad is deadly. I think Darth Talon is great at 3 stars. She does not even take a turn. I don't care that she even takes a turn. She is only there to give Vader more offense, and it has been super helpful. Now, Thrawn starts the party. He passes turn meter to Bastila Shan Fallen. Bastila Shan Fallen throws out all those juicy debuffs. Short Trooper's just there to taunt, to get extra speed if I don't use Wat Tambor for Night Sisters. Then when I enter Merciless, it's basically almost over because he does so much damage. The extra damage for Darth Talon is great. In High Chromium and Aurodium, you're probably not going to use Palpatine with Vader anymore. You have to build more squads. Palpatine is a great team, and I'll show you down below. So next is Darth Revan Hunters. So you guys have seen my videos on this show. I definitely think, whatever you're getting right now as far as like, gas, your good squad, definitely is a must-have build. Probably the best Omicron in the game is Zam Wessels. So she speeds up this bounty hunter squad. For now, I can take out all Darth Revan squads easily. Darth Revan could have 1,000,000 damage, never even takes a turn. If you guys need help with the turn order of this squad, let me know in my Discord, DM me. We can have some great banter. This is an amazing squad. My boss is like 372, 73 speed. It gets insane. The key is Mandalorians, Zeta with Disciplined Bounty Hunter. They all gain massive amounts of turn meter, but the turn order has to be correct. The Mandalorian has to be like 50 speed less than Karga and Bosk. You can use the Discord bots to copy my speed. I have it down, and I'm so proud of it. I've worked so hard on it. I trigger the contract with Bosk and Karga, basically with 2 moves. Mando's first turn is Disintegrate, and Darth Revan is gone. I will disintegrate like 3 people. Darth Revan, Darth Malik, and usually someone else. So I like how my opponents have a slow Darth Malik. He just sits in the corner if I stay away from the AoEs. Next is I Heart Mara, my Palpatine team. So you've got to think of other great teams to build for efficiency squads. So this is a great B team for me. So I like Moff Gideon to be super fast. He's like 325 speed. I like to have super fast, speedy tunes. So basically, he's going to go first. For anything I'm gonna use this high B team for, he's going first. He takes away everyone's turn meter. Now, of course, I'm not going against a team that I can't take away their turn meter. That would just be ridiculous. So Moff Gideon. And with Moff Gideon going first, it basically guarantees Palpatine, Mara Jade, and Darth Nihilus are going to take a turn. And then when Moff Tarkin goes, he takes away 50% turn meter. So I can keep the flow to where it does very well. Once Mara Jade and Palpatine get going, it gets pretty nasty. I think I'm going to relic Palpatine just for this squad because I've seen some nasty Palpatines doing like 12, 13,000 damage. This is a disgusting little squad. They do so well for what I use them for. Darth Nihilus does not even get to his Annihilate. I'm trying to use it. I might pull Nihilus and use something different because I don't even get to Annihilate. This team is good enough, but he could be there for insurance. It's a great squad. Next, I have moved my Care Bears to offense. I'm going to try them just because I don't like how Poplu does not start the turn meter train. And then, of course, I always recommend Darth Traya and Darth Sion. You should not be using Vader against bugs in high chrome, high Aurodium. He should be used with a great squad to take out something bigger and better. Now, that's why I love to hear cheeky, sneaky gag teams. I like to see that in my Discord. Anyone can DM me. We can have some great banter with teams. But I love Darth Traya and Darth Sion. I like them because I use trash mods. These are mods that I've built up through my career of Grand Arena and in the game, of course, that don't have great speed secondaries, but I've 6-dotted them. So they don't have to be fast at all. They can be slow turtles. They barely have to take a turn. The bugs will defeat themselves. They both must have critical avoidance arrows. Since I have 4 defense on Darth Sion, I have not 6-dotted the critical avoidance. I haven't had the need to do it. I have never, I don't want to say never, I have not lost to a bug squad, and I can't remember how long. So that's why I have not 6-dotted. I have not had the need to do that with 4 defense. It makes Darth Sion really thick. I highly recommend his Zeta Held by Hatred because he literally gets held by hatred so much quicker. Darth Traya, I have 4 health, 2 defense, just because they just seem to just break off of Traya and just seem to target Darth Sion. But just health, defense for both of them. Critical avoidance arrows, have them off to the side as pest control, and then your bug problem is over. Next, I use this for Ewoks. Now that Wampa has an Omicron, oh my gosh, I'm going to give it him today. It's going to be disgusting. We talked to my Discord about how the teams he could take out, Old Republic, Mon Mothma. To take out Mon Mothma, it's going to be amazing. I cannot stand Kyle Katarn, that bastard. With all the turn meter he gets, he goes first. And I could not beat the last round 3. Baron, I think he's now in my Discord. He had a great team, and now that I have Wampa, that's going to be great. Wampa with Luke Farmboy lead because he gives him an extra 40% tenacity. I've also done early on, like early Chromium. Nest is fantastic. You can usually solo with Nest. So great. She requires no path to go down. Fleet 5D hard. Her stun guns what drove me nuts, but nowadays stun guns are easier to get, so she's great to work on. Luke Farmboy, like I said, for the 40% boost of tenacity. If Luke Farmboy goes down, it doesn't matter. You still get his lead ability. But Ness has been great to that. But I retired her and now brought her back to defense for Kyber. Okay, and then you see my Nest attack with Kira. That can be done as well. And then same thing. Like this Kyber trash stuff, you're not going to use in these squads. None of these squads. I'm working on this Bad Batch team. So I learned this from Wage. A lot of other people in my Discord talk about it. To have a 3-star, 4-star Bad Batch squad take out General Grievous, to me is going to be amazing. Because I use Vader to take out General Grievous. I can now use Vader for something different. It's going to be great. Thank you so much, Wage, for talking about this yesterday. I'm bringing them out of retirement. I'm going to work on Bad Batch. So you guys see it there. I don't even have enough teams for offense, but this is totally fine. I usually win, and I'll show you right here with 1. I didn't use bears. 2, 3, 4, 5 teams. I win with 5 teams because, like I said, in high chromium, Aurodium, you're not going to see the back wall. If you're seeing the back wall, that's how I talk about how everyone's shard is so different. Like I'm telling you, I can't wait to go live to have this banter with everyone. You guys got to comment below and let me know if you agree. Everyone's shard within their shard of a shard is totally different. You could be facing someone, or you could know somebody like my buddy Janice Jimenez. We're both in Kyber 4. I think my great buddy Nerf Herder is also in Kyber 4. We all face the total different defenses. But to me, it's like if you are able to full clear in high Aurodium, high chromium, like chromium 1 through Aurodium, something up with your shard. But to me, I've always talked about your core is king. If you can hold on defense, that's basically how you get the wins. I'm going to show my Grand Arena wall real quick. So my round 1 guy, he had a great roster. I mean, he had 2 Galactic Legends. He's got Supreme Leader Kylo Ren and Jedi Knight Master Luke, but the rest of his teams are not solidified. He did not even put gas with Shaak Ti. His gas doesn't even have 90,000 protection, doesn't even have 7,500 damage. So his teams are not solidified. So I set a super heavy defense, and he did not even attack it. I even sent him a warning. So see right here, people block. There's no way I'm using that many teams. I'm not touching SLKR. I couldn't even beat these other teams around it. So he put a great defense. And up top, I'll show you what I won with. So like I said, I failed with Qui-Gon Jinn. That upset me. I'm going to work on it now. That's why I love to go through things like that to make your team better. And now I went through these teams pretty easily. I beat 4 teams. In the back, I put my best 2 fleets on defense. So I tried to get to negotiate. I tried the 2-ship counter because I knew my Chimera was not taking out a negotiator. So I tried the 2-ship counter. I got them to use all their specials. I almost had it, but then it didn't work. I cleaned it up with Home 1. And then I can't touch a Home 1 fleet with nothing else that I have. So that's how I got the win. This happens a lot in Aurodium, and Kyber. So you don't really have to build all those teams. What I just highly recommend is work on the squads that you have. Make sure those squads are good to go. With all the shows that I do, it's making people work on their mods, and I love that. I love to see people work on their mods in my Discord, people showing their mod quality. That, to me, it's what it's about. You saw the comment when I showed you the battle in the Discord. To me, it's all about your core and your relics. Now, when you get to Kyber, try to have 2 Galactic Legends just to avoid being blocked, or you can block yourself. But I don't think people are using all the teams that are required for each round. So in Kyber, what it's at? 4 up top, 4, 8, 9, 7. So 11 teams on defense. Yes, you're going to have to set 11 teams to not give away banners. But more than likely, you're not using 11 teams on offense because Galactic Legends block. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this little video, definitely blast that like button. This is my take on it. Good luck to your next rounds. Until next time, DK signing out.